Coming off the bench, Dylan Hunter, the small lineup, is what Brad Brownell had deployed the last 7 games. And Wiggins, who had one of his best games of the Duke game where he had 22, has been on a tear. Zackery, after a slow start to the year, shooting it from 3, 40% plus over his... Toby Lawal gets Virginia 6, trying to find some semblance of an alpha. You can't say enough about the job Mike Young has done this year. Zackery. There's Young. He really stepped into his own the last few games, especially Lakhin against Poteet. Zackery lines up a 3 and it knocks in.
He does have that enviable bounce. And I can always jump, but other guys have bounce. He's got that bounce.
And the 3 falls for Jaeden Young, the sophomore.
Called humbling.
Hurts thinking about it, doesn't it?
Hurts thinking about landing.
Shefflin inside. Clemson, it's too easy offense. A school single-season record for victories with 26. It has been the best regular season in program history. Jaeden Young, 19 a game over his last 4. Rexsteiner a 3. He's been slumping 0 for 10 over his last 2+.
You go with wrestler, you go with wrestler or entertainer.
Both.
Yeah.
Zackery, high breather. Young's again the aggressor. Burnham in trouble, turns it over. 7 turnovers by the Hokies. High breather, all the way to the rim. He was almost unsure. Ripped away.
They had it down low, throw it inside. Lakhin realized he had a better shooter out on the wing and passed it out.
Tyler Johnson momentarily quiets the crowd. Jones has been a catalyst off the bench. That was a heat check. Lakhin on cleanup duty.
And read the ball off the rim.
Rexsteiner with that basket aims an 0 for 10 slump. Zackery, Lakhin backing down the wall, and the tip-in on the second effort.
That's good. He has really improved.
You know, the last piece, Brad Brownell has said this. Now, if Clemson gets a little consistency from its bench, with the starters and the experience they have, guys like 3 starters at the scores table. Lakhin, flush. Of Clemson's 27 points in the painted area. Make it 22 of 29.
Yeah, you play with more hope and less concern.
There's Poteet.
Good touch.
He gets the bounce. And again, that's not a done deal. That's assuming Duke beats Carolina.
It's on the floor.
He chose wisely.
than the Adonises over here. And flowing into your offense, you have the advantage.
The foul was on Wessler. Reeves, too easy. Wall missed. Reeves corrals. So just so you know, at the end of the game, don't make the mistake as Rexsteiner hits an open 3. Don't make the mistake.
Movement, their continuity offensively, they create space, and in that space they create options.
Lakhin all alone. That gets the applause. Right back to Lakhin against the smaller Rexsteiner, and a dozen for the big Russian. Hammond gets it back from the wall, and gets a little... Chase Hunter scoreless in the opening half, finding Lakhin, who's got 14 to lead all scorers. Continuity?
D, all the above, right? And you got to play together to understand each other. You got to communicate. You got to be willing to be coached, which this group clearly is.
Young, there's Zackery, the ACC's active steals leader. Hunter with his first 2.
Virginia Tech's had 10 guys. 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 or so. Won't count well.
Wessler with a nice move on Lakhin.
I like his game, too.
Shefflin's got a mismatch down low. Foster puts it on the floor. And a nice move down low. He was a double-digit scorer. It's lost in this landscape. Isn't there something about being able, to have a true alma mater and to go back as Burnham hits the shot? Years from now, when Chase Hunter and Ian Sheff were here for a year and play for 4 different schools, they're mercenaries. They are what they are.
Yeah, and I understand it. I understand the professionalism of this game, right?
The players police the culture.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about resetting your team culture. I know that word that you hate that's overused as Rexsteiner hits the 3.
I don't hate it when they actually have it.
Most teams struggle to do that through the course of a season when you have a new roster.
How do you have identity that's consistent, culture that's consistent without having the same players? And Wake, maybe. I mean, outside of that, it's hard to say anybody.
Lakhin wild shot.
I do feel like Wake is a team with great experience.
Dylan Hunter's first foul. Jaeden Young. Wessler on the foul. An appreciation for how good of a coach Mike Young is with what he's been able to do start to finish with this roster.
I mean, basketball-wise, he's one of the best coaches out there. And the longer he has guys, the better they're going to be. That's just... Yet they're getting whatever they want in the paint. And I don't think they sweat it either.
No.
There's no bad body language from missed threes.
Rexsteiner has one rattle in. Shoot. Quick throw inside. Wessler hesitated. Over Lakhin for 2. Chase Hunter. Quiet game from Shefflin. Wiggins, another open 3. This one goes.
Like they heard when we were
clamoring for the walkout. John, you played this kind of game as Lowell shows the hops.
You saw that coming, didn't you?
And if you're Virginia Tech, you're thinking, get this to under 10 before this 4-minute media timeout. Johnson down low, fighting, deflected. Zackery corkscrews inside, up and under, yes. Young in the paint, over Lakhin.
Got it. That's a tough finish. Kind of got that left.
26 last Saturday in the win against Syracuse. Zackery, mid-range jumper, sweet. What sport?
This one?
Jaeden Young hits the 3. He's in double figures with 10.
It's special. It's special to celebrate this Clemson team. I think there's a lot of hope for what this team can do in postseason. Go ahead.
Kelly, 3! There it is! Viktor Lakhin was doing a happy dance along the Clemson sideline. Final seconds. Time expires.